Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a video on books. Books can be a brilliant distraction for anything you're going through, and I'm going to show you a bunch of books that I would definitely recommend because they are incredibly relatable. And some are on my Kindle, so I'll just be showing you a picture of the cover. The first book I want to show you guys is Girls Under Pressure by Jacqueline Wilson. It is a extremely relatable book. I read this once when I was in primary school. That may put you off with it straight away, but I don't care, I'm going to tell you about it anyway. Anyways, I read this again in year 7 and I actually cried. Jacqueline Wilson was one of my favourite authors when I was younger, but this has a lot of pictures in it as well. So it has one picture for every chapter. As you can probably see from the pictures, this book is about weight gain. The main character is called Ellie. It's basically about her struggle with trying to lose weight and binge eating, and actually it's about purging as well. So this book is brilliant. Read it. Girls in Tears is the one I want to recommend, but Girls in Love is the one prior to this. This basically, again, is about Ellie, and it basically is extremely relatable in the way of breakups. This one in particular helped me a lot when I was going through one of my first major breakups. I love it. I've read all 4 of the Girls series books. They also each have one picture per chapter, so whilst it's better in the way of reading because it has more words, it does also give you a visual side to it, and that picture refers to what's in that chapter. This book basically tells you about Ellie and her boyfriend. They have complications in their relationship, and each chapter is basically a reason why girls cry. Girls cry when they're happy, girls cry when things go wrong at home, girls cry when their friends have secrets, girls cry when they wake up and remember. So this book is quite effective. Just guys, read this as well. This series, guys, if you read it, it doesn't make you gay. It will allow you to understand the girl culture a bit more. The next 2, I'm not really recommending them, but I'm just telling you about them. They are Girls Out Late and Girls in Love. The order is Girls in Love, Girls in Tears, Girls Out Late and Girls Under Pressure. I did not read them in that order. I read them completely backwards, not on purpose, so it's not really particularly important to read them in order. I would suggest reading this one first, purely because it's most relatable and had the biggest effect on me. The next book I'm going to be showing you guys is Uglies. This book is slightly longer. Girls Under Pressure is this thick. It has 205 pages. Uglies is this thick. This one is longer, but it is really worth the read. It's probably one of the best books I've ever read. It again is extremely relatable, but more so in the way of self-image and body image. If you have body dysmorphia, this is a brilliant book for you. It basically is about this girl called Tally and her friend Shay. They live in stages of life, and the teenage stage is from the age of 12 to 16, I think, and that stage of life is called being ugly. That in itself is extremely relatable to me because it's just so true. In a world of extreme beauty, anyone normal is ugly. It's sad, it's relatable, it's not completely realistic, it is set in the future, so it's actually exciting to read, but it's also relatable. That again is the first of the series. The next in the series is Pretties, and then it's Extras. I haven't read either of them, but I definitely will. Next book I want to show you guys is Go Ask Alice. It is on my Kindle, but amazing book. It's not relatable as such, but it shows you what can happen if things get out of hand. It is a true story, it is extremely sad. It is a diary account of a girl who is tricked into taking drugs and is then gets hooked on them and is addicted. She runs away from home and a lot of things happen to her. The author is unknown. It is an anonymous book. You can see right there, anonymous. It's amazing for girl, guy, adult, teenager, child alike. The next book I want to show you, I'm going to put my hands up and honestly say I have not read this. I'm kind of scared to read it, but I'm going to read it because I know it's relatable. Even though I haven't read it, it's so relatable to me and for almost all of my viewers probably. This is also based on a true story. The only reason I know that this is relatable is because, and I quote, the caption to this book is, "One woman's 25-year struggle with bulimia, anorexia, diet pill addiction, laxative abuse and cutting." It has a lot of probably triggering things in it, so just as a warning. A quote from this book is, "At some point in our lives we all tried to be perfect. In fact, we all tried so hard to be perfect that we wound up sick and frequently mentally disabled as a result of unattainable perfection we sought for ourselves." The next book I'm going to be recommending to you is The Walking Dead, the graphic novels, not the book. This is the front cover. You can see it. There are a lot of these novels. They are quite expensive to read. You get them half price if you read them on Kindle. They're not relatable that much. There's some parts in it where a woman in the book actually cuts her wrists because she's so depressed with everything that's going on. So it's relatable in some ways, but not really that much, because we don't have zombies walking around trying to kill us all. But I would give those a read. They're a good distraction and I absolutely love them. Some of you may say, oh, you've watched a TV programme. It's not the same. I can guarantee it's not the same. So that is basically it. There are a lot of good books that I've just mentioned, so do feel free to read one of them. So I hope you will have a brilliant day, and if you've read any of these books or are going to read them, please tell me what you think of them in the comments below, and have a brilliant week. Bye guys.